This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America. Wearing the red trunks with red trim, The Miz. Fighting out of the blue corner from China. Wearing the green trunks trimmed with pink, Kingmaker.
We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but the fans will only need the edge.
If you know you can fight, you don't need a crowd, you don't need anything apart from that opponent in the opposite corner.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and get prepared for battle. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice right hook. A lot of pre-match drama. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? Biting at the bit to get it on in this historic venue.
He's getting everything tonight. And you know what? When you're in a theater, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making up excuses because you're going to be so transparent. All laid out bare.
It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
They got out of the way of that right hook. Good counter punching. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
If you want to corner an outside fire, make them fire off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin him down. Throw a blanket on him.
You'd like to see more jabs. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
It's so important that in the first minute, you've got to keep on top of this kid. He's scared of you, kid. You kick him behind the jab and then let the shots go. Don't let him get back into it. Don't let him get his breath back. He's scared of you, kid. You kill him. Don't let him get back into the fight. Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be stretching out his back. Keep whacking into the body. Keep taking away that air. Every time you see him. Don't let him recover. Don't let him get his breath back. Stop him from getting that breath in. Don't let him get back into it. Don't let him recover. Don't let him get his breath back. Up with him. Keep him busy with that jab. Work him behind the jab. And then let you... Don't let him recover. Don't let him get his breath back.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action.
Don't let him recover. Don't let him get his breath back. He's scared of you, kid.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They threw the hook. It didn't land. His stamina is off the charts. This counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
The reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter-puncher smart.
Pretty close fight here in this round. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
You would not want to be hit by this guy, trust me. They exchange punches. Do you believe what we're seeing? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about a... And there's the bell to start the round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. The straight right just misses. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Punch, counter punch. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I promise you. And there's the bell to start the round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Swing and a miss with that hook. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. A perfect counter shot. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Their jab just got blocked. Just missed with that hook. Nobody home with that hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Dominance without a...
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
How about that time counter shot? That right hook not connecting. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Lucky that hook didn't score.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's...
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, we're entering. They ring the bell, and here we go. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
A big whiff with the right hook. Nice counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Midway through the fight, if you are told this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way. He blocks that jab.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter. The referee taking a look here, and if the fighter can't see, the fighter can't fight.
Are you okay?
The referee says they're okay to fight, and we'll keep fighting. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Listen, kid, you're so...
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Couldn't land that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Punch, counter punch. Pretty dominant. They ring the bell, and here we go. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
This could be the end. This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. And he will stop the fight.
I think the referee forgot until all of a sudden, yeah, you know what, I better do my job here.
Well, Johnny, how do you rate the performance after this stoppage win?
A TKO, we've got to see it again. Because TKOs, they finish the story too early. It's like being kicked out of a club before the night's done. We want to get a full-blooded who won and who lost. Not by a cut, not by a TKO.